This is Anita Cameron. I wanted to comment on the conversation that I read between Melissa Hickson and um, Dr. Bow. I was going to read that conversation, but due to my low vision, um, it was impossible for me to do that, even with the highest number of fonts. I couldn't read it correctly. So I'm just going to comment. I have to say that it was chilling. Um, Chilling the conversation that Melissa had with Dr. Vole, that Dr. Vole felt that because Michael Hickson had a brain injury and could not walk, that he had no quality of life. When in fact, he was laughing and talking with his children. When in fact, when they did the test, when he came to the hospital, that test said that he had a 70% chance of survival. But it seems that so many doctors, and particularly Dr. Vole, looked at him, said he's disabled, said he had no quality of life, and basically arranged his death, if you will, that they allowed him to go into hospice. They allowed him to die, and then said that allowing him to die was not killing him. To me, that it certainly brings to mind a recent study that came out showing that doctors were that most doctors, I believe the study said 81% of doctors, felt that people with disabilities had a lower quality of life than non-disabled, and that they also were uncomfortable working with people with disabilities. Well, that you see that bias at work in what Dr. Vole said to Melissa Hicks, and what he said that he would allow his own disabled family members to die, in which they decided that it was in Michael's best interest to die. How can it be in somebody's best interest to die? And so I wish that I could be a little more eloquent, about this, but as a disability rights activist, that is, in one ways, is shocking beyond belief. But in my work, I see often, and in my own personal experiences, I see so often that doctors have no regard for people with disabilities, that in a way, it's not surprising that this happened to Michael Hickson. Is just heartbreaking and frightening, because this is the case that we know about. How many other people with disabilities have had their lives ended because doctors and medical personnel thought that it was in our best interest to be dead?